You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. These are your game recaps, standing updates, and league leaders from Monday, August the 10th, 2020. The Twins and Red Sox played each other. Final score of this game, 8-2. The Twins came out on top. They started scoring early. They got 3 in the top of the first inning. They also got 2 in the top of the third. They also put up 2 in the fifth and 1 in the eighth. They scored their 8 runs before the Red Sox scored their first. The Red Sox scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're only 2 runs of the game. Jose Barrios got the win. He's now 12-6 on the year, and Marcus Walton got the loss. He's now 7-8. The Blue Jays and Rays played each other in an AL East matchup. The Blue Jays won this game 5-3 was the final score. The Rays, however, out-hit the Blue Jays in this game 9-8. Matt Shoemaker got the win. Blake Snell got the loss, and Ken Giles on a roll now and getting saves. He's now at 32. The Angels and White Sox played each other. Final score of this game, 14-5. The Angels beat the White Sox by a large margin by 9 runs. Andrew Heaney got the win on the mound, and Gio Gonzalez got the loss. And you see the real difference maker in this game was the fact that the Angels scored 9 runs in the top of the third inning, or else this game would have been much closer. The Athletics and Nationals played each other, and the Nationals won by 9 runs. 11-2 was the final score. The Nationals put up 3 in the first inning, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth, and then 1 in the 7th inning. The Athletics sprinkled a couple runs across their scoreline. They got 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 5th. Max Scherzer got the win, and Mike Fiers got the loss, his 7th of the year. The Astros and Mariners played each other in AL West matchup. Final score of this game, 7-3. The Astros started scoring early. They got 3 runs in the first inning. They also got a run in the third and 3 in the fifth, totaling all 7 of their runs. The Mariners scored late and didn't amass as many runs as the Astros did. They got 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 8th, and then 1 in the 9th inning, but fell short by 4. Lance McCullers Jr. got the win. He's now at 7 on the year, 7-4 overall. Taijuan Walker got the loss, his 9th of the year, and Roberto Ozuna up to 37 saves now on the year. The Yankees beat the Royals 11-5. That was the final score. Each team was scoring early. The Yankees got 2 in the first inning. The Royals got 1 in the first and 3 in the second inning, but then the Yankees broke out with a 5-run top of the third to reclaim the lead, and they kept it after that. They also put up 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 9th for some insurance runs. And while the Royals scored 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning, they fell short by a lot still. They fell short by 6. Jay Happ got the win, and Mike Montgomery got the loss. The Giants and Phillies played each other. Final score of this game, 8-6. The Phillies won. Ranger Suarez got the win. Sean Anderson got the loss, and Hector Neris now has 29 saves on the year. This was quite a close offensive game. Each team got 13 hits in this one. The Phillies just were able to win by 2 runs. The Pirates and Cardinals played each other in an NL Central matchup. Final score of this game, 3-0. The Cardinals came out on top. Each team in this one had 5 hits, but the Pirates failed to score at all, while the Cardinals put up a few runs toward the first half of this game. They got 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. The Pirates also committed an error in this game. Carlos Martinez got the win, his 6th of the year. Trevor Williams got the loss. He's now 4-9, and Giovanni Gallegos now 1 save away from 40. He's 39. And this game, an NL West matchup, the Rockies and Diamondbacks played each other. Close game, but the Rockies prevailed by a 2-1 final score. They got 2 runs on 7 hits, committed no errors, and the Diamondbacks got 1 run on 4 hits and committed no errors. Kyle Freeland got the win, Merrill Kelly got the loss, and Wade Davis now at 29 saves on the season. Let's take a look at standings now, starting in the American League East. The New York Yankees are still leading. They're 73-46. They beat the Royals today, and they've won 6 of their last 10 games. The Toronto Blue Jays are on a 5-game winning streak. They're 66-54 overall now, and they are 7.5 games back of the Yankees. The Rays are 60-58. They're still doing well. They won 7 of their last 10 games, though they've lost their last 2. They're 12.5 games back of first. The Red Sox are 59-60, 14 games back. They lost most recently. And the Orioles are 46-71. They're 26 games back of first, and their division elimination number is at 19 games. In the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins won most recently. They're 82-39 overall. They still have the best record in Major League Baseball, and they still lead this division. The White Sox, 67-52. They're 14 games back. They've lost their last 2 games. The Indians are 63-55, 17.5 games back of first. The Tigers are 52-67, 29 games back of first, and their division elimination number is at 14 games. And the Royals are 41-78. They're 40 games back of first place, and their division elimination number is at 3 games. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics are still leading. They're 73-46. The Astros 6.5 games back. They're 66-52. The Angels 54-66, 19.5 games back of first place. The Rangers are 49-70, 24 games back. Their division elimination number has reached 20 games. And the Mariners are in last place. They're 49-71, 24.5 games back of the Athletics. And their division elimination number is at 19 games. And here are the American League wildcard standings. The White Sox have the top spot. They're 67-52, though they've lost their last 2 games. The Astros won most recently, so they're 66-52 now, a half game back of the White Sox for that first wildcard spot. The Blue Jays have gone on a 5-game winning streak, which has allowed them to crawl back into the wildcard standings. They're 66-54 overall, and they're a game back of the Astros. The Indians have lost 7 of their last 10 games, but they're still in contention for a wild-card spot. 63-55 is their overall record, and they're 3 games back of the Astros. The Rays are in contention now. They're 60-58. They are 6 games back of that second wild-card spot. The Red Sox have fallen under a .500 winning percentage, but they're still relatively close to capturing a wild-card spot. They're 7.5 games back of that second wild-card spot with a 59-60 overall record. The Angels, Tigers, Rangers, Mariners, Orioles, and Royals all have winning percentages under .500, and they're all at least 13 games back of that second wildcard spot. In the National League East, the Atlanta Braves are still leading. They're 67-52. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. The Nationals still hanging around, but they lost their first place title to the Braves, who were once in 3rd place in this division and a significant amount of games back. The Nationals still close, though. They're trailing by a game. The Marlins are 63-56. They're 4 games back of first place. The Phillies are 60-60. They're back to a .500 winning percentage. They're 7.5 games back of first place, and they've won their last 4 games. And the Mets are still in last. They're 52-66. 14.5 games back of first place. In the National League Central, the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Pirates today. They're 69-51. They've won their last 4 games. They're still in first. The Cubs still hanging around, but not too close anymore. They're 62-57. They're 6.5 games back of first. The Brewers are 53-64, 14.5 games back of first place. The Reds, 48-70, 20 games back of first. And the Pirates are 44-75, still in last, 24.5 games back of first place. And their division elimination number is at 19 games. And in the National League West, the Los Angeles Dodgers, 1 win away from 80. They're 79-41. They're still in first, and they still have the second best record in Major League Baseball. The San Diego Padres in second. They're 63-56, 15.5 games back of first. The Diamondbacks are 62-57, 16.5 games back of first. The Rockies, 52-67, 26.5 games back of first, and their division elimination number is at 17 games, though they've won 8 of their last 10. And the Giants are still in last. They're 44-74, 34 games back of first. They've lost 8 of their last 10, and their division elimination number is at 10 games. And the wildcard standings look like this in the National League. The Nationals have the top spot. They're 66-53. And you have the Marlins and Padres, who are tied for the second wildcard spot with 63-56 records. The Cubs still close. They're 62-57, a game back. The Diamondbacks have the same record, 62-57. They're also a game back of that second wildcard spot. The Phillies still in contention. 60-60 is their overall record, and they're 3.5 games back of that second wildcard spot. The Brewers, Mets, Rockies, Reds, Giants, and Pirates all have winning percentages under .500, and they're all at least 9 games back of that second wildcard spot. And let's take a look at league leaders, starting with batting average leaders in the American League. Miguel Cabrera still has the highest average. It's at .348. JD Martinez second best with a .336, and Miguel Andujar third best with a .334. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads with a .345. Nolan Arenado second best with a .340, and Christian Yelich third best with a .338. Hits leaders in the American League, Miguel Andujar has 163 hits, JD Martinez has 161, and Miguel Cabrera third best with 160. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads with 163, Ronald Acuna Jr. second best with 151, and Nolan Arenado third best with 150. At bat leaders in the American League, Miguel Andujar has the most with 488, and in the National League, Jonathan Villar has the most with 497. Doubles leaders in the American League, Anthony Rendon has 40, one behind him, Jose Abreu has 39, and Miguel Andujar rounds off the top 3 with 37. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads with 48, Christian Yelich second best with 37, Trey Turner and Ronald Acuna Jr. tied for third best, they're both at 33. Triples leaders in the American League, Alberto Mondesi has the most with 8. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Jose Altuve, and Adam Eaton all tied for second best with 6. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads with 13. Victor Robles has the second most with 8. Hunter Pence and Andrew McCutchen tied for third best. They're both at 7. Home run leaders in the American League, Justin Upton still at the top. He's at 39. Yohan Moncada and Chris Davis tied for second best with 34. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. still at the top. He has 43 home runs. Paul Goldschmidt second best with 40, and Eugenio Suarez rounds up the top 3 with 32. RBI leaders in the American League, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is second with 95, second to Chris Davis, who has 98. Nelson Cruz and Mitch Moreland are tied for third best. They're both at 92. And in the National League, Paul Goldschmidt still the leader with 104 RBIs. Ronald Acuna Jr. second best with 91, and Eugenio Suarez third best with 90. Runs scored leaders in the American League, Rafael Devers and JD Martinez, Red Sox teammates, tied with the most. They're both at 89. And in the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. is the leader with 96 runs scored. Stolen base leaders in the American League, Malik Smith has the most with 29, Adalberto Mondesi second most with 27, D. Gordon third most with 24. In the National League, Trey Turner and Starling Marte tied for the top spot. They're both at 39, and 8 behind both of them is Jonathan Villar, who has 31 stolen bases. Walks leaders in the American League, Rhys Hoskins and Shin-Soo Choo, each at the top with 74. And in the National League, Paul Goldschmidt leads with 81. On-base percentage leaders in the American League, Miguel Cabrera has the highest at a 423, JD Martinez second highest at a 405, and Michael Brantley third highest at a 403. In the National League, Christian Yelich leads with a 437, Paul Goldschmidt second best with a 436, and Ronald Acuna Jr. third highest at a 427. Slugging percentage leaders in the American League, Yohan Moncada has the highest at a 634, Justin Upton second highest at a 623, and Max Kepler third highest at a 608. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. has the highest at a 742, Paul Goldschmidt second highest at a 677, and Christian Yelich third highest at a 659. On-base percentage plus slugging percentage leaders in the American League, Yohan Moncada 1.020, JD Martinez has a 1.012, and Josh Bell third highest at a 1.008. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads with a 1.169, Paul Goldschmidt second best with a 1.114, and Christian Yelich third best with a 1.097. Moving on to pitcher leaderboards, starting with wins leaders in the American League, Hyunjin Ryu, Lucas Giolito, and Jordan Montgomery all tied for the top with 13. And in the National League, Walker Buehler still the leader with 15, Steven Strasburg second best with 13, Madison Bumgarner and Jimmy Nelson tied for third best, they're both at 12. Losses leaders in the American League, Kenta Maeda and Sean Manaea, each tied with the least amount of losses. They're both at 2. In the National League, Walker Buehler has the least amount of losses among pitchers that qualify. He has 2. Saves leaders in the American League, Liam Hendriks has the highest amount with 38. Roberto Ozuna second best with 37, and Brad Hand third best with 35. In the National League, Will Smith, Giovanni Gallegos, Kenley Jansen, and Kirby Yates all tied for the top. They all have 39 saves, none of which are at 40 yet, so someone's going to break the tie soon enough. ERA leaders in the American League, Kenta Maeda has the lowest at a 2.61, Daniel Norris second lowest at a 2.76, and Jake Odorizzi third lowest at a 2.78. In the National League, Walker Buehler has the lowest at a 2 even, Marcus Stroman second lowest at a 2.27, and Jacob deGrom third lowest at a 2.50. Home runs allowed among American League pitchers, Kenta Maeda has the least amount allowed among pitchers to qualify. He has 9. And in the National League, Carlos Martinez has the least amount among pitchers to qualify. He has allowed 9. Shutout leaders in the American League, Masahiro Tanaka has thrown 5, Garrett Cole has thrown 3 complete game shutouts, Jake Odorizzi and Jose Barrios, Twins teammates, they each have thrown 2 shutouts this year. And in the National League, Jacob deGrom has thrown the most with 5, Zach Wheeler second most with 3, Sandy Alcantara, Aaron Nola, Merrill Kelly, Walker Buehler, and Clayton Kershaw tied with the third most shutouts thrown this year. They each have thrown 2. Strikeout leaders in the American League, Garrett Cole still at the top with 190, Lucas Giolito second most with 184, and Jake Odorizzi rounds out the top 3 with 172. In the National League, Steven Strasburg leads with 196, Max Scherzer second most with 173, and Jacob deGrom third most with 172. Complete games thrown among American League pitchers, Masahiro Tanaka has thrown 5 complete games, Garrett Cole has thrown 3, Jake Odorizzi, Aaron Savali, Jose Barrios, and Corey Kluber have each thrown 2. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has thrown 5, Zach Wheeler has thrown 4, and Aaron Nola has thrown 3. Innings pitched leaders in the American League, Hyunjin Ryu has thrown the most, 169, and in the National League, Steven Strasburg has thrown the most with 164 and a third innings pitched. Walks allowed among American League pitchers. Carlos Carrasco is allowed the least amount among pitchers to qualify. He's allowed 30. In the National League, Brett Anderson is allowed the least amount among pitchers to qualify. He's allowed 31. Whip leaders in the American League, Sean Manaea has the lowest at a 106. Masahiro Tanaka second lowest at a 109, and Ivan Nova third lowest at a 110. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has the lowest at a 104, Marcus Stroman second lowest at a 107, and Mike Soroka third lowest at a 110. Pitching WAR leaders in the American League, Masahiro Tanaka has the highest WAR at a 4, Jake Odorizzi behind him closely with a 3.9, and Kenta Maeda third best at a 3.5. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has the highest at a 4.2, Walker Buehler second highest at a 4, and Aaron Nola third highest at a 3.6. And batting WAR leaders in the American League, Yohan Moncada has the best with a 6.9, DJ LeMahieu second best at a 6.3, and Yasmani Grandal third best at a 6.1. And in the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. has the best at a 7.6. Slightly lower than his is Semion's. He's at a 7.6, and Nolan Arenado third best on this leaderboard with a 6.9. These have been your game recaps, standing updates, and league leaders from Monday, August the 10th, 2020. I'm Nicholas Callis. You've been watching Major League Baseball's Virtual Network.